Hi, I'm Ayla of Transcending Trims, and this is It's More Than a Haircut. Real talk from behind the chair, unfiltered stories, deep reflections, and the raw truth about life in the beauty industry. Let's explore the emotional side of making others feel beautiful while learning how to hold on to our own confidence too.
Season 2, Episode 13, Health Crisis That Forced Me to Slow Down and Wake Up. How long COVID symptoms and burnout helped me rediscover balance and healing. Trigger warning, this episode contains discussion of chronic illness, long COVID, depression, and health anxiety that may be sensitive for some listeners. If that feels tender for you right now, feel free to skip or come back when you're ready. Please take care of yourself and listen with discretion. Hi, beautiful soul. This episode is hard to begin because how do you put years of pain, fear, and quiet suffering into words? This is the story of how my body broke down and how slowly I began to rebuild. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. Some days are better than others, but I treat myself better than I did a few years ago, and that alone feels like a miracle. For years, I've carried health struggles like weights on my body. Started with inflammation, aches and pains, difficulty sleeping. Texting hurt my thumbs, and I woke up with bruises everywhere, dry eyes, and poor eyesight. I stopped all medications, birth control, antidepressants. I quit drinking alcohol. Then came the fatigue. Brain fog so thick I was forgetting my guests' formulas. Memory slips that made me second guess myself behind the chair. Face rashes and odd skin breakouts. Then reoccurring UTIs and yeast infections that would clear and return over and over. Doctors thought I was crazy. The antibiotics and probiotics weren't working. It was getting worse. Like my body was holding on to the pain, unable to release it. Was it long COVID? I'd had the virus a couple of times, but something was different. Was it perimenopause? At 37, I was young, but not too young for my hormones to start shifting. Was it breast implant illness? I'd had my implants for years, and I'd questioned how I felt. Was it all in my head? Was it stress? Years of pushing myself in hustle culture, running on adrenaline, never letting my nervous system rest. Was it all of the above? Whatever the cause, my body was screaming, and I could no longer ignore her. After several unrelated surgeries, wisdom teeth removal, and an umbilical hernia repair after the pregnancy of my daughter, they eventually led to the sudden decision to leave the salon suite. I was forced to slow down, and for the first time, I really examined my body. I made changes, cutting out processed foods completely, swapping candy and chocolate for whole foods and natural sugars, drinking water like it's my job, sleeping deep, real sleep, not collapsing from exhaustion, moving my body gently, walking, dancing, stretching, supporting my gut health with probiotics and fermented foods, because I learned the gut is the second brain. If my gut was inflamed, my mind was too. Healing had to start there, but it wasn't just physical. I began practicing radical honesty, not just with others, but with myself. I let go of people pleasing. I released the idea that I had to do it all to be enough. I learned that the pace of my life had been as toxic as my diet, and I refused to go back. Am I 100%? No. Some days my energy dips. Some days the brain fog still lingers. And maybe this is me now. Maybe some of this will always be with me. My body will never fully return to the version I once demanded of her, but I've made peace with that. Even if I slip and eat like hell, even if the symptoms never go away completely, I'm learning to still love my body. Because healing isn't about returning to who I was. It's about becoming someone softer, wiser, and more attuned to my needs. To my listeners, your body is not the enemy. She's been fighting for you, even when you weren't fighting for her. Take this as your permission to slow down, to listen, to give her the care she's been quietly begging for. You don't have to wait for the breakdown. You can choose the breakthrough now. I will never hustle my way into burnout again. I will never trade my health for someone else's expectations again. I am rebuilding not just my body, but my life. And this time, I'm doing it with love.
Thanks for listening to It's More Than a Haircut. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who gets it. And don't forget to follow for more real talk behind the chair. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Follow, subscribe, and come hang out with me behind the chair, behind the truth. Until next time, take care of your energy, your craft, and yourself.